Hey guys, Sega Tom here. Welcome to my channel. Today, I'm just going to take a look at a couple of my games that I have for my Sega Genesis collection. Alright, so the first one we have here is Shaq-fu. Obviously, this is a great game. Everybody loves it. I'm just kidding. It's a horrible game. I guess I wouldn't say horrible. Obviously, people put their time and effort into it. It's just not my cup of tea. It's a fighting game, similar to Mortal Kombat. I would much rather play Mortal Kombat or even Street Fighter instead of this game, but it just has such a, people just know about this game because of how bad the reputation for it is. And there was the remake or the new game that came out on the Switch for it as well, a Shaq-fu game. But yes, this is the first game. Honestly, I haven't been able to play it too much. I usually just get frustrated from it and end up giving up. Let's get on to the next game. Alright, the next game I have here is Spider-Man and X-Men: Arcade's Revenge. This game actually I got from my dad. He played it when I was a kid, and I also played it when I was a kid as well, but he was better at it than I was. It's a really fun platformer. It is very hard, at least for me. I'm not the best gamer, but I do enjoy games. It has obviously Spider-Man, Gambit, Wolverine, Storm, a bunch of playable characters, Nightcrawler as well. I also forgot to mention on the Shaq-fu, I'm going to be throwing up a screenshot of the last sold price for the game. This isn't to, show you how much my games are, but a lot of people just are curious, and I figured I'd just show you instead of making you look it up on eBay yourself, so I will throw those prices up there as well. But yes, this game I put a lot of time into when I was a kid. I never really got far. Recently I have tried to play it again, and I enjoyed it and got a lot farther in it than I did when I was a kid. Alright, on to the next game. Alright, so the next game we have here is Wiz and Liz. I have the manual here as well. I do not have the case for it, unfortunately, but maybe I will look for the case on eBay eventually. Wiz and Liz is another platformer game. It's very interesting in the style that it was created, but I like it. I think it's pretty cool. Played this game when I was a kid as well, and I haven't fully played through this game, but I do eventually, in the near future, plan on playing through the entire game. As you can see on the back here, there is it's actually a void sticker. So the story behind this game, as well as a couple of my other games, when rental companies are still around, either private or big corporations, my dad would go and see if they were having any games that they weren't gonna circulate anymore. So back when like the PS2 and everything was coming out, people weren't renting Sega games. So what he did is he went and bought these for super cheap from them, and I was able to add it to my collection, which I didn't know was a collection at the time. I just played these older games before I got a chance to play the new PlayStation games and all of that, because the Sega Genesis was my first console. But yes, this was a great game, still is, and I'm really excited to play it again in the future. On to the next game. Alright, this next game here is Streets of Rage 2. This is a more recent pickup for me. I have played it. It's a beat 'em up arcade style game. It is very good, very fun to play. I haven't played it as much as I want to yet. Sometimes you just run out of time to do certain things, and that's usually what happens with me with games. But yes, Streets of Rage 2. It is one of my rarer, I guess you'd say, or at least more expensive games without a case. I do have one other one that I will be showing you next that I guess you'd say might be a little more expensive. It kind of depends. Sega Genesis games are very up and down in pricing, as well as other games, but it's hard to get a good average on some games here. Yeah, this one in pretty good shape. There's a little adhesive that I haven't gotten off yet. The cart is in pretty good condition. I would love to get a case for this, or eventually just get a complete in-box version and then either sell this or do something with this one. But I am eventually hopefully going to be getting Streets of Rage 1 and 3. But yes, this is the only one I have for now. On to the next game. Alright, the next game I have here is Ristar, or Restar. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, so I am sorry if I messed it up. This is the last game that I have without a case that I'll be showing you today. This game, it's another recent pickup for me. It is very good. It reminds me a lot of like a Sonic platformer, but instead of Sonic, you're a little star guy. I haven't finished this one as well. I'm rarely able to finish games, so don't be surprised when I say that I haven't finished one. The cart is in very good condition. It seems like, I don't know, there's a little bit of, it's kind of hard to see, damage on the artwork here. I'm not sure if that will ever come off. It might just be something that I have to deal with, but otherwise it's in decent condition. A little adhesive again here that I haven't gotten off, but other than that, pretty good game. Not my favorite. I'd rather play Sonic, but it is something fun that can change up your gaming experience. Alright, on to the first boxed game. Alright, the first boxed game. It's a game that gets a lot of hate from some people, but I enjoy it because of the memories I've had with it. And that is Krusty's Super Fun House. You know, Simpsons games are very hit and miss, and it seems like they miss a lot more than they hit, so there's that. No manual, so it's not complete in box, but the cart is in pretty good condition other than the void sticker. Yep, same place, CV. But it is, you know, to me, it was a very fun game, but when I was a kid, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just running around the map. So I did play it again recently, and they really kind of just throw you in there with no sense of what you're supposed to do. But, you know, it is a decent little game. I just enjoy the Simpsons games because of the box art, and I think it's just a cool piece to have for a collection. So I'll go on to the next game here. Okay, so the next game is one of my all-time favorite games for the Sega Genesis. It is Boogerman, a pick and flick adventure. The case here, there is a little bit of damage right here. You know, maybe eventually I'll pick up another case to replace this one, but other than that, the case isn't that bad at all. We'll go ahead and open up. No manual again, so unfortunately it's not complete in box. Alright, I'll move that to the side. So we have the Boogerman game here. It's in pretty good condition. There is a little small grease stain on the sticker here, but you know, what can you do? It kind of fits the aesthetic of the game anyway, so other than that, you know, no void sticker, no adhesive. This cart is in pretty good condition, I would say, especially for how much I played it as a kid. It's a hilarious game. There's boogers and farts and burps. It's just crazy. It's a platformer, and you fight these little, I guess you'd call them goblin creatures. It's just a gross looking game, but It is super fun. I recommend this game to anyone that has a Sega Genesis. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, this next game, another Simpsons game. This one is Virtual Bart. I really love the artwork for this game. It's just super cool looking. Like, look at that. Awesome. This case is in almost perfect condition. We'll open it up here, and would you look at that? Our first complete in-box game of this collection. Not only do I have the manual for this game, but I also have the inserts. The manual's in pretty good condition, and the insert just has like a bunch of games like Maximum Carnage, as well as, let's see, NBA Jam, Mortal Kombat, Soccer, WWF, Rage in a Cage, Itchy and Scratchy game, another Simpsons one, and yeah, Mortal Kombat 2 here, and Maximum Carnage. This game I played recently. It was a recent pickup for me. I didn't originally have this. Cart's it's in very good condition, but the game itself I wasn't too impressed with. I think I like the other Simpsons game a little bit better, but I think that's just because of nostalgia. This one, it's like a platformer, and it's almost like a bunch of different mini games that you play inside of one game. So it's really not my cup of tea. I'd rather just play a complete platformer, you know, instead of doing a bunch of mini game type missions. But it is a very cool artwork. I really like the style of this game, and I think it looks awesome on the shelf. So let's go on to the next game. Alright, our second to last game here is YS3. This is like a RPG. This is the only RPG I've ever played for the Sega Genesis. Oops. The case is in pretty good condition. There is a broken latch in the game, so it kind of pops out like that. Yeah, the top one here, that is broken. No manual for this one, which is super unfortunate. This is a pretty expensive game, which my dad randomly picked up when I was a kid. I have no idea why he picked up this game. It definitely wasn't our type of game. Our games are superhero games, Batman, Robin, the X-Men, that kind of stuff. But the game here is in really good condition. The artwork on the game itself here is pretty good. No really big damage to it at all. The game itself, I haven't been able to play fully through, but it is a very interesting game. You know, you can talk to people, which, you know, it was kind of weird for me when I first played this as a kid, because all the other games I played were always just, you know, you fight the people, you never talk to them. And this one kind of got my appetite for RPGs to skyrocket, and then after that, I became a huge RPG fan. I'm gonna have to replay this again eventually, just because of how much of an impact it did have on me as a kid. But yeah, awesome game. From what I recall, it is on the more expensive side right now for Sega games. I'll have to look up that price and add it. I do recommend picking it up if you can. If you can't, you know, I definitely understand, but it is a very awesome game. Alright, on to the last game. Alright, the last game I have here is The Death and the Return of Superman. The last time I looked at the pricing for this game, it was completely insane. Definitely my most expensive game that I have for the Sega Genesis. I'm not sure what it looks like now, but hopefully it's still around that. Alright, so you can see it's complete. One unfortunate thing is we got it from a video store, and they have their sticker on the manual. Why did they do that? I have no idea. So I had to take that off. It's still a little sticky. Nothing too bad though. Here's the manual. Pretty awesome. And let me grab the controller. Alright, and then the cart. It does have a little bit of that, you know, regular Genesis look with the kind of oily looking stains. I'm not sure what that is or why they have it, but it does have that. This game, I believe it did have a void sticker on it, but I got it all off. It just takes a lot of time, so that's why I haven't done it with the other games. But this game is awesome. I really enjoyed it. Again, I haven't played it fully through again, but I might try to add clips of the games if I can find them as well while I'm talking over it too. This game, super awesome, super fun. You just get to beat people up as Superman, and I believe there's a bunch of different characters you can be as well. So that's pretty cool. I enjoy that as well. But this is another game I had when I was a kid, so it obviously had some nostalgia for me. And then once I saw the price of it, I just thought that was insane. So it's an awesome booster to my collection. Alright, so that's all of the games that I'm going to be showing off today. Make sure you hit like and subscribe if you want. If this is the type of videos that you like to watch, definitely support me. This is my first video here, so if it's bad, just go along with it. Hopefully I'll get better in the future. Or if you have any tips for me, definitely leave those in the comments as well. If you have any suggestions for other content that you'd like to see, either Sega related or even Nintendo. I'm starting to get into some Nintendo collecting. You know, I don't have a lot of Nintendo stuff yet, but maybe eventually I will. And I'll be able to do some videos on that. But yeah, you can just hit subscribe, like, and share this video if you have any other friends that you think would enjoy looking at some collections of Sega. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.